Welcome to Joy News Desk. Political parties in the country are expected to present their proposals for a new voters register to the Electoral Commission today. The Electoral Commission, at an IPAC meeting months ago, tasked the political parties to make their proposals for the compilation of new register known by 22nd September, that's today. In the wake of the demand for a new voters register, the Electoral Commission directed all parties to submit their proposals for the new register. So far, only the Progressive People's Party has done so. Let's get on the phone lines and speak to Fred Agbonyo. He is Deputy Communications Director for the NDC. Good morning to you, and thank you for your time on Joy News Desk. So what have you done so far, your party?
Thank you very much. I think that what everybody has a political party and about a month ago, that any political party or any stakeholder will start as far as the guys that as a political party and this morning last week met together and English and taking that permission to success in what the country now about both in the country. We research the various missions and the donor agencies that are operating in this country. So we are prepared, waiting for electoral commission to invite us to IPAC so we can have detailed discussion on the particular representative.
So, Mr. Agbonyo, the NDC's position remains the same. You don't think there's the need for a new register?
So, the point I'm making is that now.
Mr. Agbonyo, I'm sorry to cut in, but the line is really terrible. So kindly reposition yourself. I have Bernard Mona of the PNC on the line. I'm going to try and speak to him. Kindly get a good position, Fred. We're going to come back to you shortly. Mr. Mona, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Your party, about a month ago, said there was no need for a new voters register. Have you submitted proposals already then?
Our proposal will be submitted at 2 o'clock this afternoon. It had to be finalized yesterday between myself, the national chairman, and our MP, who have all gone through the proposal, and then we have just finished the final work on it to represent our party position. The initial draft was amended because the chairman thought that we needed to input some other considerations. And I can tell you that as I talk to you, it is ready to go. And at 2 o'clock, we will just walk into the Electoral Commission to submit.
So, Bernard, kindly share with us key points in your proposal to the EC.
Well, largely, we have come to reckon that there are two schools of thought: to have a new register or to cleanse the current register. Those who are making claims or who are in favor of the new register are claiming that the current register is bloated, that it is infiltrated, and that it is incurably flawed, and that there are foreigners or non-Ghanaians in the register. And therefore, they think that we should start from a clean. Those who are making the counter proposal also hold that, yes, the register is not perfect as in any or every part in this world, but that the records have not supported that a new register would
Okay, Mr. Mona, I need to go back to Fred Agbonyo, but can you kindly just go straight to the point, quick highlights of your proposal?
Well, our proposal is that a new register is not a cure to the current difficulties, and that we should find a way of cleaning the register. We have made proposals on how to clean the register.
Okay, and how to clean it will not include a new register?
Come again?
I'm saying, so how to clean it does not include a new register? Okay, I'm afraid we've lost Bernard Mona. He was on the telephone line. He is General Secretary for the PNC. I'm trying to see if I have Fred Agbonyo on the line. Fred Agbonyo is on the line. Great.
Yeah.
Fred, thanks for joining us again. We didn't hear much of what you said earlier, but we wanted to know what your proposals are so far and whether or not you've submitted them as a party.
Well, it is very simple on this part. What you have to reckon that there are a few challenges with the register, but compiling a new register is not the solution to the issue. What to do is to clean the register. Once we do that, we'll get a perfect register that will lead for an election. If you look at those factors, we will compile a new register today. Those things will still happen. So how do we correct what we have now? Because the challenge now is that we get open up for us.
So what are your suggestions to the EC? What are your suggestions to the EC on the how, on the question of how?
That's what I'm telling you. Suggestions to the EC is what I'm telling you.
Well, I can barely hear you and would like to know just a bit of the proposals. Can you share with us bits of the proposal that you're making to the EC?
Yeah, the proposal, what I'm telling you, that one we are saying that we want to maintain the same register, but we have to take steps to change the register. For instance, the minor that the person is the register, we understand that because of the verification, there is not going for everybody to register twice. So that makes it have to start. They are saying that we need to activate the register for persons to come and prove. Otherwise, the people who are in the register are not supposed to be there, they are foreigners or they are not foreigners, then we can't do it.
Okay.
And then also, the same party agents, when we put the party agents, they can identify their party agents. This is taken care of on the basis of the election.
Okay, so has the NDC submitted their proposals already?
They submitted a proposal last week.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And that's Fred Agbenyo. He's with the NDC. But Fred, sorry, quickly before you go, oops, he dropped the line, but that's it. We're trying to speak to him about the vetting that's happening today. If we manage to raise him again, we'll speak to him on that. Well, we've been talking about submission for proposals by the political parties to the EC. This is regarding a new voters register. You heard Bernard Mona share with us some of their proposals. One key thing he said, though, is that it's not part of their proposal to have a new voters register to be a cure for the problems associated with the current voters register. And you heard the NDC, they submitted theirs last week, and they also insist that a new register is not the solution. They're also talking about ways of cleaning the register. And we're trying to speak to the Electoral Commission. When we get him, we'll bring him to you. But you're watching Joy News today with me, Francisca Capra-Forsen. I'll quickly run you through some of the stories we'll be having on the show. We're going to talk about to show or not to show, and that's the investigative video by ACE investigator Anas Arimiao Anas. We've got details for you. You may want to keep the dial logged. We'll also go into business and talk about DKM Microfinance. They are resuming business today, and we know that there's already scramble for money by customers. Okay, so joining us on the phone line right now is a representative of the Electoral Commission. Hello, can you hear us, please? So, Operations Director of a new pressure group, Silas Ajekum, is on the phone line to speak about a petition to the Electoral Commission. Hello, Silas, can you hear me? Looks like we're having lots of trouble with the telephone lines, but we're also trying to speak to a pressure group, and they have a petition they are presenting to the Electoral Commission after the EC directed political parties to present their proposals. Well, looks like lots of trouble with the phone lines, but this is Joy News. We'll take a break. We'll bring you more after.